Welcome to day 3 of our B2B marketing series. Today we're diving deep into buyer journey mapping that actually works. If you've ever struggled with losing deals in the middle of your sales funnel, this video is for you. We'll show you how to create a dynamic buyer journey map that guides every prospect to a yes and helps you maintain momentum from start to finish. Did you know 60% of B2B prospects drop out between awareness and decision because their path isn't clear? I'm Manoj, and in the next 7 minutes, you'll learn how to map a buyer journey that guides every prospect smoothly to yes, so you never lose momentum again. First, let's understand why traditional funnels often fall short. Most marketing teams rely on a rigid, generic top-to-bottom funnel: awareness, consideration, decision. But that ignores real buyer behaviors. Buyers often skip stages, jump back to research, and need different content at each touchpoint. A rigid funnel creates friction and leads to drop-off. You need a dynamic map that truly reflects how buyers actually move. A rigid funnel creates friction and drop-off. You need a dynamic map that reflects how buyers actually move. So how do we create a map that works? Introducing the Dynamic Buyer Journey Framework. This isn't a linear path, but a flexible, cyclical loop designed for B2B complexities. Here's the 6-stage loop that works in B2B: trigger, explore, validate, commit, purchase, and advocate. Each stage represents a crucial point in the buyer's decision-making process. Buyers often cycle through explore and validate multiple times before moving forward. Your job is to deliver the right asset at the right loop to keep them engaged and moving towards commit. Now let's talk about mapping content and campaigns to each of these stages. This is where your buyer journey truly comes alive. You need to strategically map assets to each stage. For trigger, think thought leadership blogs or LinkedIn polls. For explore, an in-depth guide or webinar. For validate, case study videos and ROI calculators. Commit needs ROI calculators, proposal templates, and sales playbooks. Purchase requires onboarding checklists and training videos. Finally, for advocate, think customer community invites and referral programs. Pro tip: use progressive profiling in emails to adapt content based on stage-specific behavior. This ensures your message is always relevant and helpful, not generic. Let's look at a real-world example. Client X sold analytics software to mid-market finance teams. We mapped their journey, starting with a rising risk infographic that led to 1,200 downloads, eventually resulting in 28 closed deals and 15 referrals. This led to 3x faster pipeline velocity and a 48% higher close rate. Ready to implement your own dynamic buyer journey map? It's simpler than you think. Here are 3 steps to get started. First, audit your existing data to identify drop-off points with analytics. Second, define clear stage criteria. What specific behavior indicates a buyer is in each stage? Third, assign content assets. Match your best-performing assets to each stage. And to help you out, download our free buyer journey mapping template in the description to get started today. Tomorrow, we'll cover setting demand general KPIs that matter to leadership. Subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss it. Comment below, where does your current funnel break down? I'll share tips in our next video.